Okie dokes. So last two phases, and I can't think of any more things after this. So what we're gonna do is we're going to add in this video a DNS and a web server to all of this. Let me just move it because we're seriously out of space. Like, we're out of space. I'm gonna move all of you here. So what we're gonna do in this video is we're gonna add a DNS and web server. I'm gonna put the instructions here as well on top, so you could all see and follow along. Here we go. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna type that up. I typed this in for everyone. Phase 7, DNS and web server. So we're gonna add a DNS and a web server to this network as well. Let me put this here so it looks a bit cleaner, I guess. There you go. Okay, there you go. Okay, so phase 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we're at 7. We're gonna enable an HTTP server on this fake Google server, edit index.html, and then add a DNS server and configure that on the DHCP and configure that on a statically configured PC. One thing you might note is I couldn't, it was strange that the access point was on the distribution switch. I moved it back to the access switch. You can see that here. So I moved it back to the access switch. And it was pretty straightforward. Okay, so let's get to it. Let's make a DNS server. So let's just make some space over here with the wireless controller. I'll put you at top, and then here I'll move this server over there. Right. So there's a little bit more space. Okay, that looks decent. That looks decent. Okay, that's a little bit of space. For the final server, the DNS server. So I'm going to add a server there. Let's connect it up. I'm going to give it an address of 192.168.99.102. So I'm going to say VLAN 99 192 DNS 192.168.99.102. Okay. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to configure the IP address, desktop IP configuration, 192.168.99.102, 255.255.255.0. Default gateway is the SVI on the layer 3 switch, or the multi-layer switch, the MLS. So 192.168.99.1, and the DNS is itself, 192.168.99.102. And that is pretty much it. So now our server is set up and it's going to be active on the internet. On the MLS, or the layer 3 switch, we can see it's connected via Fast Ethernet 03. So I'm going to click Fast Ethernet 03. Just make sure it's on the right VLAN, which is VLAN 99. Okay, everything's set up. Now let's add the web server, or in this case it's going to be the Google server, or our fake Google server. Services, click Services, DNS, click on. Okay, and then let's type the IP address. 10.0.0.120, I'll say google.com. Oh, other way around. Google.com address is 10.0.0.120. Add, and then www.google.com 10.0.0.120. Click add. So now it's on our DNS server. Okay, and let's test it just by pinging it. Ping www.google.com. Let's just wait. It's able to resolve properly, so at least we can see it's able to get on the server. And then now it just did a little bit of name resolution, and then it came back. And we're happy that this server now can now be visible. Okay, let's go up and set up the web server. So here we'll click Services, HTTP. It's on by default, so it's here, HTTP on. Let's edit index.html here, edit. And just type things. Okay, here we'll change this to welcome to Google. Welcome to Google. And then here maybe we'll put enter your search. search, right? Enter your search. So this is actually enabled via default on Cisco Packet Tracer. But if you were on a local PC, you might need to download something like Apache. Okay, so that's all set up. Now let's go to the DHCP and start changing our domains or our zones, our well, DHCP areas or zones, and we'll just change this 192.168.99.102. Click save. That's for VLAN 99. 192.168.99.102. That's for the VLAN 20 pool. 192.168.99.102. Okay, so we're happy. We set it up on the DHCP. And let's go to VLAN 10. Now, this is being configured via DHCP. So let's hope it gets a new address. I click static so it doesn't have an address anymore. Okay, and then let's go click dynamic. Go back to DHCP and see, okay, look, it got the same address, but now the DNS server is configured correctly because we changed the VLAN 10 zone on the DHCP. And we're just going to go to desktop, ping www.google.com, and we get a reply from google.com, and we can go to the browser as well, X, browser, web browser. We'll type www.google.com, and we should welcome to Google, enter your search. Okay, so that's on a DHCP configured PC. On a statically configured PC, a bit easier. I just have to type it here at 99.102, and that's pretty much it. On PC2, this is statically configured. So you can see why statically configured isn't great. You have to go to each computer and type that. That might take a while. Ping www.google.com. Get the same reply now on a statically configured PC. And then what we're gonna do last, web browser. Simple, simple, simple. Google.com. And now here we were able to configure the google.com. Maybe if you want, as a test, you could try to configure this one, YouTube. Alrighty, see you on the last video, which would be, I hope, is the last video of Phase 8, which is Telnet access on the switches.